Hello everybody. Attempt to bring the paper exercise to a digital form, which is more shareable and long-lasting. So let's crack it open. The current build of the game has taken me about 2 years to put together, and bear in mind that I'm not a programmer. I'm fundamentally a writer. I'm a writer and educator. I was doing a master's degree in social policy when I started on this, and I didn't have any coding background, so I had to learn from scratch. So yeah, it's taken me a good while to get this far. One of the other things is I'm not particularly graphic. I'm not particularly visual. This artwork has been provided by a lovely artist in Ukraine, whose name is impossible to pronounce. I'll flash it on the screen. The music, by the way, is by Julian Winter. We're going to be bumping into Julian's music quite a lot today. There are a few other collaborators, but for the time being, this is kind of the Julian Winter show. So here we go. Press the phone icon to check your phone. So yeah, the whole game is made on an engine called RenPy, and it's quite hard to communicate if you don't know RenPy very well. RenPy is normally a very rigid system of displaying images. I mean, it's very simple and it's very structured, but there are things about RenPy that I find very, how would you say, they kind of just irk me. You know, there's bits and pieces that I wish that I could fix. Okay, here we go. We have the character customization menu. Now, a lot of these things here, these cosmetics, you will be able to expand as you play. I like the idea of some of these being rewards for certain actions. Okay, and then we head to the train. Here we go, Hong Kong stations. Head to Sai Ying Pun for this case, and we're going to meet Wong. One of the things about the game, which I've done a very bad job of explaining, is that if you see a character which has a colour like this, there are 6 of them in the game, and in my head they're called the Big Six. So Noir itself is a anthology series. You know, there's different chapters, and each chapter has its own crime mystery. But there is also an end game in mind, which has to do with these 6 characters. And at the beginning of every campaign, one of them will be randomly assigned to betray you at the end. So throughout the experience, you have to keep a gauge of certain facts in order to work out who that might be. Oh dear, a young couple are having a breakup on the train. That happens. It's a thing that happens here. We made it on time. That's good. Okay. So what is it that people call you again? Of course, I always call myself Hope. I don't know why. I've got into the habit of calling myself Hope. This was kind of a big week for me for a couple of reasons. One of them is that we had our first ever stream. So a lovely YouTuber streamer in the States called Berry. She streamed the game for like 3 hours, which is a long time. And I was just... the funny thing is that everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong in the stream. Like, it crashed many times. And she had to start over from the beginning many times. By the way... anyway, sorry, let me stay on topic. It did crash many times. But actually at the end of it, I came out more confident as a result. Because even if it crashes, it was still a fun time. And I think that I've been a bit insecure about the crashes. But I think it's a testament just to how much is happening in the game You know, it's a very complicated game. There's a lot of factors and moving pieces. So let's see, what are we clicking on? So by the way, the music here, this is the track, oh, what is it called? Is it Acquaintances? Something like that. Oh, excuse me, I have forgotten. But it's also by Julian Winter. And this track in particular, putting this track to a crime scene investigation, there was something about that which really set the tone and the style of the game for me. And you know, that's again a testament to Julian's talent, how he can just set a vibe in like 2 notes. He's already got the vibe set, you know, the environment for the room. That feeling of coolness has been established. So okay, yep, this phone puzzle is semi-legendary, and it's a good puzzle, it really is. So the clue is plus equals minus, but it's a 4-digit code. I'm not going to spoil it here, also because I want to show off something. So if you have difficulty with the puzzles, you have a friend, Holly. So you can see that she's the blue character. We saw Wong is the yellow, Holly is the blue. Every time you have a coloured character like this, they will become an option in your interface, and each of them have a function. So, like, for example, if one of the characters dies, that function would no longer be available to you. So even if you don't connect with the characters on like a personal level, players should feel slightly bad that they've lost that function. And Holly's function is that if you have a difficult puzzle, in return for time, she can give you some hints. Okay. Oh, I love Wong. I love his face. Now, by the way, the artwork here is all done by Jackie Senpai, who's a very talented artist in Singapore. Okay, we're going to buy some gloves. You can refuse, you don't have to buy them if you don't want to, but we're going to go ahead with it. So yeah, all of the character art so far has been done by Jackie Senpai. In future chapters we have Rice, sorry, she has a full name, it's Rice Baby, who is a brilliant artist in Hong Kong. Okay, we have to click on the jugs. I've completely glossed over the actual crime mystery here, but basically there was a meeting, people were having drinks, and one of them spontaneously died. Okay, I think that's it. Now, I think there's a tiny bit of a bug. Maybe there is. Okay, I'm going to ask for 10,000. Oh, okay, that's a bit too much. So, this is kind of a forced choice at the moment, because this is only like a test build, but as we have more chapters available and more content that we can skip towards, then we might change it, so your choices can actually take you out of one chapter into another. So, okay, this is going to take us to the first interrogation scene. So we have to interrogate these 3 lovely people. Back on the train. Okay, then we're going to head all the way. Another thing, by the way, I find these journeys a bit boring. So what I'm going to do is have like randomized events that can just spring up, and that you have to make like moral decisions. They may waste your time, for example, you know, maybe you bump into an old lady and you have to help her up or something. And if you do it, it would cost you time, it might cost you money. By the way, this is my wife in the background, look at that. Okay, we're in Causeway Bay, we head to the office. Okay, Natalie here is, yep, you look like you're straight out of high school. How old are you exactly? I'm 900 years old. Of course I am. Is this some kind of joke to you? What the hell's going on? Now you can see, look, her hair has changed. So there's this kind of dynamic stress system. And as you interrogate people, they become more and more stressed out. So I think I'm going to show you a tiny bit of that. So let's look at the cups. What were you drinking tonight? Iced tea, Nathan made it. He's the only one who knew how to. But we all drank it, and 3 of us were absolutely fine. Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to zip back to Nathan. Please don't be too hard on the boys, detective. Now, one of the big things I was saying, I was mentioning that something big happened last week. So we had the first ever stream, which was presented to like 25 strangers and lasted 3 hours. And it went really well. It was really fun. People got into it. The second big thing actually came as like an emotional reaction to that. Is that after the stream, I was feeling really pumped and motivated, because I know, that future chapters could have similar attention. So I immediately sat down the next day and I basically gutted this chapter and I made like a shell version of the code. So like 7,000 lines of code, which will be identical from chapter to chapter. And I went through it very carefully and I put like keywords in all of the important parts. So if I make a new chapter, I can just Control F and replace the keywords, and then I have a brand new chapter ready to go. So I don't have to deal with anything, the infrastructure ever again. So like it will have all of the characters ready, it will have like the full inventory system for the questions, the contradictions, that kind of thing. It's all done, So I sat down to write chapter 2. I can actually pump out a chapter in about 2 days now, which is so much faster. So originally my plan for 2024 was to do 3 chapters, but I finished one of them in 2 days, and it's still January. So, it's very possible that I spend this year just pumping out chapters. Okay, our phone is being hacked. What the? My phone? Stay calm, but act quickly. Now, this is the introduction to the whole end game of the game. So as I say, the whole thing is an anthology game. You get various chapters and they should sustain your attention. But there is an end game in mind, which is to locate this friend of yours who is in a hidden location somewhere in the city. One of the cool things, by the way, that I've never really expressed is that the game actually gives every character like a canon address at the beginning of every playthrough. So you should be able to locate the characters following clues and using deductions and that kind of thing. So yeah, that is the big end game. It doesn't quite tie into this chapter though. Okay, I just want to show off a couple of things. So what did we do? Oh yeah, okay, so she said that she couldn't have made the tea, she doesn't know how to, but her brother said that in fact it is a family recipe that their mum taught them. So what we're going to do, she says that oh, it's spelt wrong, I can fix that. She says, why does it say cadent? She says that she doesn't know how to make the tea, but it's a family recipe. So we put these 2 contradictions together and kaboom. Yeah. And you can see, oh, we've done something. We've got through to her. And again, it should have, see her hair is progressively messed up, her eyes and everything. So, that's pretty sus. So, what you do, I'm going to make my final report. I'm going to accuse her of murder. Here you go, I think it was you. Are you sure? Yes. My God, what have you done? Oh, by the way, just in case anybody's interested, I am intending to do voice acting at some point. The difficulty is, though, they have to be Hong Kong-based voice actors, I might do a lot of it in Cantonese. Now, for some reason, it's awarding me the wrong amount. Oh, is that the wrong amount of money? Oh, no, it's half my fee. No, that's correct. Sorry, that is correct. Okay. So there you see, that's basically what one chapter would look like. Now, I'm going to show you just a tiny bit of the next chapter, and then I'm going to end the video here. Just as kind of a sneak peek as to some like end game kind of thing. So from this point onwards, the contact that hacked your phone has also hacked your computer, and she sends you these cryptic riddles and sends you on missions to look into the city, to find some dangerous things that have been going on, and also the further you get into the investigation she's given you, the easier it will be to locate her. So this program contains everything you need to know. It will help you to locate me. But I've gated the information behind a few questions that only you should know the answer to. It will lock for 24 hours every time you are wrong. Let's see how far we get. What is 2 plus 2? Now, this one is too difficult for me. Okay, it's 4. What must be broken before it can be used? An egg, of course. So, when was Alfred Chan murdered? Now, this is the thing. We don't know who Alfred Chan is. We have no idea. So, in order to get past this part of this software, you have to go out into the world and do some research and find out who this Alfred Chan is, and it will unlock a web of conspiracy. But anyway, I think we should end it for there, guys. So that's all for today. And I guess I'll see you next time. Goodbye.